Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an amazing show. First and foremost, congratulations to the Lakers. Amazing victory in Game 1 of the Finals. So I think they're going to be world champs this year. Fantastic, amazing, just a remarkable victory, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So congratulations to the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, I want everyone to subscribe to Eric H526 has a fantastic channel. So Luke St. Martin, thank you. Eric H526, thanks for being both amazing moderators. But everyone subscribe to Eric's channel. Eric, if you can put up your link, the link to your channel, so everyone can subscribe, that would be fantastic. So subscribe to Eric H5. If you enjoy gaming and you're into like video games and just it's awesome. So check out Eric H526's channel, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump won last night's debate decisively, and I understand the critique. I've heard some rational, legitimate, reasoned, logical critique of President Trump, not the apoplectic, seething, fuming, hysterical banter of the left. That is to be expected. But please go ahead, real quick. I'm going to go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to this man's channel. He's awesome. Eric H526. So if you're into gaming, he has a fantastic channel. I just shared the channel right now. One of the two best moderators in all of YouTube, Eric H526, Luke St. Martin. But President Trump won the debate. I'm going to give you two statistics or a statistic and an article that will bolster exactly what I'm saying and back up exactly what I'm saying. This is USA Today. This is, by the way, several months back, but it's still relevant. Poll, 15% of Sanders supporters will vote for Trump if Biden is the nominee. 80% would back Biden. Again, he's essentially lost, according to USA Today, 20% of the Bernie Sanders vote. Now, I'm telling you, I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. I wrote in the Federalist why Bernie 2016 voters should vote for President Trump. If you want an end to never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts and military interventions and regime changes, you vote for President Trump. If you don't want to vote alongside the Lincoln Project, see, Bernie Sanders is a human doormat of the Democratic Party. Biden opposes Medicare for all. He opposes a Green New Deal. He opposes packing the courts. He opposes defunding police. So tell me what he supports that the left wants. Progressives are not... Okay, I'm no longer a progressive. Maybe I never was. That word, who knows what that means? Hillary Clinton is viewed as a progressive. Who knows what that means? These people are voting for Clinton. They voted for Clinton knowing, like, there was a Vice article that I read, and the article is basically saying, oh, yes, you know, what was it? Basically, essentially admitting that Clinton voting, it was like the Bernie guide to, okay, so hold on. The Bernie Bros Guide to Voting for Hillary. Okay. And this was in Vice. The last sentence says it all. The question is, okay. Will Clinton change a foreign regime in her time as president? Absolutely. But will she fight to get a raise in the minimum wage? Faster than you could say Goldman Sachs. Are you kidding me? You're going to compare a change in the minimum wage to a regime change? A counterinsurgency conflict that lasts forever? Where our foreign policy not only hurts American soldiers and their families, but also an untold number of people around the world inadvertently? Because it's misguided and you can never engage in a counterinsurgency conflict with a military made for quick, decisive battles, conventional battles. There's not a military in the world that can come close to ours, Russia included. Not one military can come close to ours. But if you spent 20 years and President Trump has ended these involvements or is ending these involvements. And so that's why you vote for Trump, in my view, if you're on the left, because obviously that's a lot more important than pushing for a minimum wage raise. But again, that's my point. The progressives don't really care about ending perpetual military conflict. That's a whole other story. So that's how I went from Bernie Sanders to President Trump. I want an end to an interventionist foreign policy that is predicated upon the Bush administration type of doctrine. Okay? But my point to you is 15 to 20%. Old school dad, man. Progressives, cognitive decline. You're crushing it, AJ. Thank you so very much. Progressive cognitive. Old school dad, man. Thank you very much. 15 to 20, old school dad, man, thank you as always. 15 to 20% of Bernie supporters will either vote for Trump. This is according to USA Today in 2020. This is according to an ABC News Washington Post poll. About 12%, 10 to 12% of Bernie Sanders supporters voted for Trump in 2016. And I'm telling you, that debate was the end of any support, possible support, that the far left or the Medicare for All people or the Green New Deal people. I'm talking about the people who have some sense of integrity, or I shouldn't say integrity. That's not fair. But some sense of autonomy. You don't even have to like President Trump. You could dislike President Trump. But if you are of the mindset that Democrats, and this is the progressive mindset, and I know that mindset because I was in that world, and it's very dysfunctional. Biden lost the left, the far left, and the progressives, or at least the ones that really take it seriously. The ones that are like, well, we could put his feet to the flames. We can move Biden to the left because AOC has such a foothold on Biden's, first of all, Clinton is going to replace Biden. That's going to happen. You just watch. Otherwise, they lose miserably, which is fine. And then they won't even get close enough to cheat, which Clinton could get them close enough to cheat. But that's a whole other story. Madam Secretary is just waiting. That dorsal fin ain't flipper. But Biden lost the left. Trump was 100% right. And I'll get to exactly why he won. This is part of why he won. Now, Trump should have done a lot of things. He should have been more vocal in saying, I condemn racism for the 1,000th time. Democrats, he didn't condemn the supremacist. They're trying to elect, until Clinton comes, Biden, who literally helped write the sentencing disparity on crack. It was 100-to-1 sentencing disparity if you were caught with crack as opposed to cocaine. 100-to-1 sentencing disparity. 100-to-1, and I'll get to that in a second. That's it. You can find that on C-SPAN, but also 100-to-1 sentencing disparity. That is structural injustice. Structural injustice. And he helped write the crime bill that helped foster mass incarceration, but a 100-to-1 sentencing disparity that overwhelmingly affected people of color. Then we have to hear the pontificating and the preaching. And Kamala Harris literally fought not to pay people who were wrongfully incarcerated, and her prosecutors put a man, Jamal Trulove, in prison, and he was innocent, and he was a person of color, a black man. And he was innocent. So don't spare me the hysterical ranting about how Trump is racist. Democrats are the most racist because they actually engage in policies. So President Trump made it permanent, $255 million per year. Thank God, it should be $1 billion, but $255 million a year permanently to historically black colleges and universities. Now HBCUs don't have to every year engage in, trying to tell Congress, hey, we need funding. And Betsy DeVos did away with the $300 million in loans that they had because of Katrina and other issues. But again, if Trump is a bigot, he's really bad at it. And if he speaks subliminally to the supremacists, do the supremacists want permanent funding, more funding than any other president, including President Obama, to historically black colleges and universities? Do they want the First Step Act? Do racists want criminal justice reform? And more funding to HBCUs than any president ever? Again, this is like Hunter's Moon, Biden said 3 times. Yeah, exactly. Allie, hello. Hunter's Moon, thank you. I got it. So 18 to 20, sorry. 20%, 15 to 20%. If former Vice President Joe Biden secures the Democratic presidential nomination, 15% of Senator Bernie Sanders supporters will vote for President Donald Trump's re-election, according to an ABC News Washington Post poll. If accurate, that would represent a slightly larger defection than occurred after the bitter battle between Sanders and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in 2016, when 12% of Sanders voters broke for Trump in the general election. The good news for Biden is that 20%. Okay, so anyway, it's around the same defection. It'll be around the same defection, or perhaps very likely more so in 2020. 80% of Bernie Sanders supporters said they would back Biden. 80%. Okay? That means 20%. 15% will vote for President Trump. 5% will vote green or sit it out. And that's according to USA Today, and they're citing an ABC News Washington Post poll. Then there's a Jacobin article. Jacobin's like far left, the furthest left publication you could get. Joe Biden is severely hurting his chances of beating Donald Trump. David Sirota. The survey data is clear. One of the biggest threats to defeating Donald Trump in the upcoming election is a Democratic enthusiasm gap. And he talks about how a terrifying enthusiasm gap here. The polls are nonsense. The polls are public relations nonsense. You want to go October 2016 polls? Clinton holds 11-point national lead over Trump, October 16th, 2016. Hillary Clinton leads Donald Trump by 12, October, CNN, 2016. October 4th, 2016, Clinton up by 10 points in Pennsylvania. The polls are absolutely meaningless. They are public relations ploys. They were dreadfully wrong in 2016, and Democrats never learn. They never learn. They are the most stubborn, arrogant, apoplectic, hysterical narcissists on the planet. They never learn. Hillary Clinton leads Trump by 14 points, October 26th, 2016. This is time.com. Associated Press poll, 14 points nationally, just 2 weeks before the election, or 3 weeks before the election. No, 2 weeks before the election. I don't care about the polls that show Biden up because it's a bunch of nonsense. Hunter's Moon, thank you. Old School Dad Man, thank you. Sigma Nu UCLA. Only poll that mattered after the debate was a Telemundo with 66% Latinos saying Trump won exactly to 34%. Exactly. Sigma Nu UCLA. If just 10% Latinos switch to Trump, even 5% more from exactly. Trump wins landslide. Love an alpha male pounding the snowflake. Sigma Nu UCLA. Thank you very much. Ben A. Ben, thank you very much. Ben, thank you for your generosity. Greatly appreciated. Ben, thank you. Sigma Nu UCLA, I agree with you 100%. He's going to get a greater share of the Latino vote. He's going to get a greater share of the Black and African American vote. He'll get a greater share of the Asian American vote. He'll get a greater share of the Jewish American vote and other ethnicities and backgrounds. Trump doesn't play the. You needed a bulldozer for the first election. They're on the ropes now. That you needed a bulldozer, a bull in the china shop, and you got that. And we'll get to that in a second, but I'm telling you, the far left got nothing. Biden does not want to pack the courts even. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want Medicare for all. He doesn't want a Green New Deal. And even AOC is like, well, that's why I'm part of the committee. Who cares about a committee? These people get played all the time. The left is about feeling good. They don't give a rat's behind about actually most don't care about changing policies. They want to feel good. They don't want to be shunned by their friends and family. They don't want to turn out to be H.A. Badman. So they want to feel good. They want to have friends on Twitter and Facebook. They want to be in the cool crowd, and they want to not be associated with the supremacist in chief. Meanwhile, President Trump is not linked to sentencing disparities 100-1 that affected people of color, linked to a ratio of 100-1 in terms of sentencing disparities. So spare me the apoplectic, hysterical pontificating. I looked that up today. 100-1 sentencing disparity. And then you had Kamala Harris, literally her prosecutors putting innocent people of color, incarcerating them. And fighting when the state said, yeah, we owe you millions of dollars. And you can't, not even 1 second wrongfully incarcerated can you pay for or reimburse. Then there was a lab scandal that only Democrats get away with, where the technicians were sampling the narcotics. Typical Democratic move. Ben, thank you. Sigma Nu, thank you. Climb BMX. Climb BMX, thank you very, very much. Climb BMX, thank you. What he did, ladies and gentlemen, and I heard, and I've seen some really wonderful critiques about President Trump. It is true that he did not. It is true that he did not address certain issues in an eloquent manner, or eloquent enough. He did not hammer home certain issues. He did not point out Biden's hypocrisy enough in an eloquent manner. There were a couple of moments where he could have simply, like, he did a great job when he said, you just lost the left. Now, a lot of Republicans don't get that. I'm coming from the left, going to President Trump. I can tell you he lost the left. Biden lost the left that night. He lost the left. I don't have Twitter. If you see anyone, my impersonator is like going nuts. Completely apoplectic as usual. And breaking the law. But whatever. That's like Democrats like, yeah, I'm impersonating a person who became a Trump supporter. That's like how they see the world. They see the world as like, if I can just, just be annoying and also break the law, but whatever, that's another story. Trump did what he had to do to show, to paint, to expose Botox B as a complete hypocrite when it comes to left-leaning issues, or just a liar. The left is a fractured group of different groups, factions, different ideologies. The Democratic Party is not one political party. It is establishment Democrat / establishment Republican. When I wrote in Salon, The Hill, The Huffington Post, I said there's no difference between the left and the right on establishment mainstream issues. I was right. Ben, thank you again. Jay Dillinger, Jay! Biden had a hidden microphone in his suit pocket and it was showing during the debate. Vegas has 101 odds. Biden doesn't debate again. Jay, you know what? I saw there was a cord. Well, first of all, that's an interesting one. They were saying that, he had a pen. They were talking about a pen. Jay, thank you very, very much. Ben, thank you. They were talking about a pen in Biden's pocket. Is that a pen in your pocket? They were talking about a pen in Biden's cufflink, or in Biden's shirt collar. Or sleeve, sorry. You know what? It's like, that wasn't, it wouldn't have been a pen, because who puts a pen in their shirt sleeve? But, James Woods is really in on this. Then they're like, spreads baseless. Biden were debate baseless. They're blaming it on LMNOP, the Q thing, which I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I did see some. Okay, so they're trying to say it was a crease on his shirt. So this is a Forbes article. Far-right accounts spread baseless conspiracy. Biden were during the debate. And then when they lose, they're going to blame the message board again. The distorted clip was picked up by conservative James Woods. Jay, I don't know what was going on, but I know that Biden had help. So, one thing's certain, they did give Clinton debate questions. So Biden had help somehow. There's no doubt that he had help somehow. I can't say that it was I can't say that it was a mic. Vegas has 101 odds. Biden doesn't debate again. If he doesn't debate again, he's cooked. His goose is cooked. If he chickens out, if Biden chickens out of a debate, that's how AOC won, because Crowley didn't debate her, or one of the reasons. Oh my God, could you imagine? If AOC was forced to debate? That would be fantastic. Jay, thank you. I don't think that there very likely wasn't. I mean, it looked like a crease in one photo. But It's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Jay, thank you so very, very much. Jay, thank you. Whatever happens with Biden and any performance enhancing, whether it's debate questions or whatever's going on, the left is they're no longer a part of Biden's coalition, because he's literally told them, I'm not going to do anything you want to do. There's no enthusiasm for for Biden. Zero enthusiasm. The enthusiasm, what Trump was able to do, Jay, thank you again. Jay, thank you. What Trump was able to do was express the emotions that most or a great many Trump supporters feel. When I was a Bernie Sanders supporter, I wanted a fighter. I wanted somebody who would fight. I wanted somebody who would get in the ring and fight. Instead, he got in the ring and said, how can I help you defeat me? What can I do, possibly? Who wants to talk about emails? But of course, if I had emails, you better believe you'd be bringing up my emails. You would be begging Comey to try to go. Thank you so very much. Torkel Ling in Norway. Very proud, very honored to have viewers in Norway, Torkel, and thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, Torkel. Thank you very much. Trump was able to express the emotions that millions upon millions of voters feel. The Democrats and media have tried to cut him down to size for 4 years. They've tried to bully him for 4 years because they view him to be a bully. This is how they think. They view him to be a bully. They view him to be a monster. They have fabricated this, like all of their neuroses that already existed are now like exponentially more bizarre and warped. So they view Trump to be a combination of all the despots in the world, their worst nightmares about society, and these are the same people who watch The Apprentice like all the time, by the way, the biggest hypocrites on the planet. But they view Trump to be a monster. The monster came out. They view Trump to be a nightmare. There's your nightmare. He gave the left their worst nightmare last night. And he exposed Biden. The man is a fraud. The fraud and the grift, which is what the left always is, a grifter. The swindle is it's not going from Bernie to Trump. That's not lucrative. I mean, I thank God for my super chat and the viewers here and the people who watch my channel and my Patreon and the people who support my work. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding. I don't have political action committees like people on the left that funnel money from one PAC to another and then just miraculously don't get investigated by the FEC. Miraculously. But, like, the grift, the swindle is, give me money and I'll implement your policies. I get exactly what I want from President Trump and more. And I'm coming from a left-leaning perspective generally. Now with the Second Amendment, yes, I'm getting a more conservative, I'm getting the Second Amendment being protected with 6-3 judges. So President Trump's going to win. But what he did was give the world exactly what the world deserves. The country does not deserve, I mean, it sounds hilarious, but the country does not deserve a civil, kind debate. When there's Atlantic articles coming out that said that Trump said something horrible, and you know what? It's been confirmed. You can't confirm something that is gossip and hearsay. Ben A. Hillary rise from the crypt around her Biden when he's Ben A. Thank you, Ben. Ben, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Madam Secretary, that dorsal fin ain't flipper. A dorsal fin, Ben, is not flipper. The dorsal fin is Jaws. Madam Secretary does not play. She will eventually replace Biden. Or they lose. And they don't get... Their only hope is to get close enough to cheat. But that ain't going to happen. Ben, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you, Ben. Robert, thank you. Ben, thank you so very much, Ben. I need to kind of explain, like, Agent Pepsi 1, did I miss? Agent Pepsi 1, I think I missed your super chat. Thank you, Agent Pepsi 1. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Trump is a monster. The monster came out. Trump is belligerent. He's an ogre. He's a bully. He's all of these things to the left. But you needed him to take over the debate in order to expose who Biden really is. Biden is a almost 50-year career politician who has done absolutely nothing transformative. Zero, nothing. And then Biden's like, you're the worst president in American history, man. That is coming from a person who voted alongside Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld. He should be embarrassed to have said that. Bush was the worst president in U.S. history, or one of the worst, by far. Not only did we have an economic collapse, but we had never-ending military conflict that did not work out well for anyone. All because of Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld, and the Lincoln Project people. And the same people, I was 100% right in the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon when I said there's no difference between Democrats and Republicans on foreign policy especially. And there isn't. That's why you have Republicans speaking at the Democratic, at the DNC. But all the emotions that Trump supporters, that President Trump himself has had to endure or hold in or experience for the past 4 years, he let it all out. Good for him. I told you, everybody on this channel, I told you, a day before I said he cannot go soft. The left and media, they want Trump to be like, the vice president is wrong. He wrote the crime bill with 100-to-1 sentencing disparities that hurt people of color and hurt people in communities around the country. And also, there were certain questions regarding payments from Russia to Biden's, to the Hunter. But those I don't want to overstep my boundaries. I just want to let you know I didn't work with Russia. I hope that you believe me. Please like me, Democrats. And also, in the pandemic, we had record low unemployment, and it was a very, very good economy. It wasn't the best economy ever, because the fact checks said it wasn't. They said that I engaged in hyperbole. I was hyperbolic. I hope that you understand, everyone. I'm President Trump. I'm the new President Trump. I hope that you can understand and like me for the image that you want me to be. Do you like me now, Democrats? What can I do to embrace your rear end like Bernie Sanders? This is the new Trump. I hope you like me. No, that's not Trump. He's not going to play that game. He's not going to play that game. That's not how he's wired. I can't. Sarah, hello. Yano, hello. He's not going to play that game. Trump is in your face. He's in your face. You want Biden to say, come on, man. No, Green New Deal. No, man. No. It's public option. No, my Medicare for all. No. I'm not going to defund the police. No. I'm not going to electoral pack the courts, man. Oh, come on. Would you be quiet, man? Did nothing wrong. No. You want Trump to continue. You want Trump to continue being the same way. Ben, thank you so very much. Rhett, Ben, thank you. Rhett Lindsay, what do you make of the majority of polls and pundits saying that he lost? I knew, I said everyone's going to say he's going to lose. Especially the mainstream's going to say he's going to lose. They said it with Clinton. Rhett, everybody here, remember the shimmy? The shimmy. Shimmy. Oh. The shimmy. This is the left, the Democrats. That's all they do. Like, Rhett. Also, do you think the people saying that he did not condemn? Okay, see, this is the thing. Trump should have said, I condemn. He should have said, what do you want me to condemn? And they said, I condemn that, and I condemn that, and I condemn racism. But he already did that on that fateful day in Virginia, the day after that fateful day, the year after the fateful day, and the anniversary of whenever there's tragedies that have nothing to do with Trump, he condemns racism. The left has convinced themselves that there's an army, this band of racists who are causing $1.4 billion in property damage. And Trump was right to say the majority of the violence is from the left. Who set police buildings ablaze in Minneapolis, in Seattle, and Portland? I'd like to know. I'd like Democrats to acknowledge who set those buildings ablaze. Who committed the arson with those buildings? Was it Make America Great Again people? The left conjures up this fantasy because they can't possibly look at Biden's actual record. Rhett, thank you. What took place, he should have been clear because that was the only thing they latched onto. If he simply just said that clearly, because this is the thing also, there's no base of support that clings to Trump. There is no sizable voting base that can't vote for Trump unless he wink wink nudge nudge the supremacists. There's no supremacists around the country that have homing beacons in their mind. He didn't condemn us. He didn't condemn us. Yay, he didn't condemn us. Richard Spencer is voting for Biden. So Rhett Lindsay, thank you. Rhett, thank you. Sigma Nu. Trump needs to formally object to Wallace's frame questions. Yellow journalism, not supremacists, just conservatives. Yeah, but see, even that he can't. They have a right to protest. They do. Sigma Nu UCLA. The thing is, he can't get lost in the weeds defending any organization. He has to simply just in terms of addressing the fears, rational or irrational, of the left. The violence, the vast majority of violence, it's not even close, is coming from the left. And journalists who've documented this, Ian Miles Chong, Andy No, and Tim Pool, they've documented this. The CNN says fiery but peaceful. What he should, Sigma Nu, thank you. What he should have done, in my view, regarding that was simply just condemn anything, because he's already condemned racism 1,000,000 times. It's never good enough. See, that's it. Trump doesn't play the game. They want to control, because the thing is, the left is do you disavow? Do you disavow? Do you disavow? And then he's Biden's it's an idea. It's an idea, not a group. then in a fact check, I'm not even going to get into it, but when they disparaged police officers, they said, "Well, no, it wasn't the national group. It was an affiliate." Ah, okay. So you can't they're all over the place. They are all over the place. But what he did was bring enthusiasm. Biden is going to, first of all, if it's Biden and Clinton doesn't save that political party, they are going to crumble into complete irrelevance. They go into November 3rd with the exhumed body. You didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to me, Democrats, or DNC, or Clinton and Bubba Bill. I'm not your fans, but you should have listened. What, was Biden too strong for you, Madam Secretary? I'm taking Hillary Clinton in a cage match with Biden. Trust me. And that's respectful. That's out of love and respect. I'm taking Clinton in a cage match. I'm telling you, I swear to God. I'm taking Madam Secretary in an octagon. I'm taking Madam Secretary. So don't tell me that Biden's like, clutch on the Democratic Party. Who you won? Trump was fantastic. He's like, yeah, you barely beat Bernie. He's like, I beat Bernie. It's like, that's exactly what Bernie Sanders don't want to hear. The supporters don't want to hear that. He's like, I destroyed Bernie. Like, well, you just hurt yourself. You just hurt yourself. Look at that. They're so clueless. It's unbelievable. But if they go into, like, the polls are complete nonsense. They're meaningless. I called the 2016 election. I'm going to call this election too. And if Madam Secretary is, I hate to say it because I respect her so much, so inept as to not usurp the exhumed one, I don't know what to tell you. Because she's gonna take over. They're done as a political party. They got completely obliterated last night. And then you have this is the same reaction, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't gonna work. Sigma Nu, thank you, Sparky. The only organization nowadays with the paper tigers conjured up by establishment and their pawns in the media. Sparky, thank you. It's funny how there are curfews throughout. Exactly, Harry Heinrichs. Exactly. We'll get to that in a sec. I touched upon that on H.A. Goodman's other channel. By the way, subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Sparky, everybody here. I've been ramping that up. I did 2 segments today on H.A. Goodman's other channel, so please subscribe, everyone. Look, I'm telling you, I used to be part of the most dysfunctional political side. Thank God I left. Thank God Bernie couldn't fight, because I would have followed Bernie. Like, if he went to the Green Party, I was so consumed with a bunch of nonsense at that point, I would have followed Bernie to the Green Party. And then thank God that, he didn't fight. Ladies and gentlemen, here's H.A. Goodman's other channel. Subscribe to it, please. Sparky, it's true. Ben, thank you very much, Ben. Biden is just a placeholder for Hill Dog. Ben, thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But then they did this malarkey, this absolute bandini, with the apoplectic, sad, pathetic coverage. Ben and everybody here. Ben, thank you for your generosity. Thank you. And I agree with you. Like I say, the dorsal fin ain't flipper. But you see today, Trump destroyed another norm. He destroyed another norm. He destroyed another norm. We used to have civil debates. Yeah, but you didn't frame and set up, any other president. The media never said. There's an Atlantic story with people who said, sources, the proctologist's neighbor, who said that, this person's denigrated fallen soldiers. These are made up, fabricated stories. Trump has been mistreated worse than any other president ever. And they're like, he's a despot. He won't let us stomp on him like we did to Bernie Sanders. And then today's, he destroyed another norm. We had these norms. Norm. Insta-patriot. Will Trump do better in California? I think so, but I mean, who knows with the counting after with the counting of the votes after Election Day. Aaron S. late to the party, but did you see the wire? But you know, that's the thing, Aaron. I'm not sure that happened, but anything's possible with them. Looked like a crease in a shirt. Aaron, thank you so very much. Looked like a crease, but I don't put anything past him. I don't put anything past Biden. But let me tell you, this is also hilarious. They're not talking about Medicare for all. They're not talking about packing the courts. They're not talking about a Green New Deal. They're not talking about defunding police. They're not talking about any foreign policy, like zero foreign policy. There is zero interest in foreign policy if it's not Facebook ads on the left, which is another reason to lose the election. President Trump has foreign policy. Robert, thank you. President Trump has foreign policy successes and achievements left and right. I mean, just the peace deal that he helped broker between Israel, the UAE, and Bahrain is like historic. Absolutely historic. But today, are they talking about Medicare for all? Are they talking about a Green New Deal? To protect the planet. The planet's going to end in 11 years. Are they talking about renewable energy? Are they talking about packing the courts? You're going to pack the courts, man. Pack the courts. What are you going to do? You put 500 new justices. Pack them. Pack the courts. It's going to be 6-3 with Amy Coney Barrett. How do you like that? We're going to pack the courts. Yeah. We'll pack the courts. Really? What are you going to do? Well, we'll find 500 liberals and we'll put them on the court. What's the problem? They're talking about the norms. Trump destroyed another norm. This is a headline, too. You have to understand how beautiful this is. I want Trump, and you know what they're going to do? They are actually going to cut the mic next debate. They're actually going to... I want Trump, because that's the new rule policy. They're cutting mic. Okay? So Trump's like, you know, another thing, and then he'll be like... So he needs a megaphone. He needs a bullhorn or a megaphone. You cut my... Yeah, what, Burisma, huh? Huh? He needs a megaphone. Hey, Sleepy Joe, can you hear me now? He needs a megaphone because they're gonna cut his mic. But exactly, Trump don't need a mic. But they're talking about. Let me read this to you. This is absolutely hilarious. We have over 1,000 viewers. Thank you so very much. That Trump destroys another norm. Oh my God, here we go. I mean, Trump destroys norms. He's been doing it for... This is Vox in 2016. Donald Trump and the destruction of American political norms. Fast forward. Trump is destroying norms. Hold on. The debate. He's destroying these norms. Trump's scorched earth nihilism will cost him the presidency. Yes! I love this! This is so amazing. Oh, Mother Jones. Yeah, forget about the 100-to-1 sentencing disparity, Mother Jones, far left. Yeah, right. At the debate, Biden and Trump showed America who they are. Really? Who did Biden show? Biden is against Medicare for all, against a Green New Deal, against defunding police, against packing the courts. Tell me what he's for on the left. This is Mother Jones, far left. The Nation and Mother Jones are like, they should just simply become part of the Democratic National Committee. Just be fantastic. Be honest. There was one article. Meltdown. It's a meltdown. What if Trump refuses to concede? Hold on one second. Hold on. There was a great article. Oh, my God. The Atlantic. Will Donald Trump destroy the presidency? These people are the most apoplectic, seething, fuming people I've ever seen. October 2017. And destroy us. This is a good one. Trump's. We'll get to that article I wanted in a second. Trump's scorched earth. This is the Washington Post. His scorched earth nihilism. Well, he was just yelling, big deal. Oh my God. Like, so what? They want another Bernie Sanders. Do you understand how upset I was in 2016 when Bernie Sanders was like, email server? Nah, come on. Everyone, I had enough of our emails. You love me? It hurts so badly. If there's any consolation to be found from the norm-busting chaos on display in Cleveland, it's that President Trump's theatrical scorched earth nihilism pulled down the curtain on his own chances of winning. Okay, soon they will be blaming the message board. They will be blaming extraterrestrials, Area 51. They will be blaming another country. It'll be Russia and somebody else. It'll be Instagram ads and Facebook ads and who knows what it'll be. But now they're riding high with polls that make no sense. This is fantastic. The smoldering debris. My God, they're so dramatic. It's such drama. This is such drama. It's unbelievable. Aaron S. All right, chat, like, and share. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very, very much, Aaron S. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron S. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. So this is the smoldering debris. The smoldering debris left behind by a political arsonist. This is a fantastic article. A great deal of respect and admiration to the journalist who wrote this. Let's just start this again. Hold on, I have to get ready. Washington Post. Trump's scorched earth nihilism will cost him the presidency. If there's any consolation to be found in the norm-busting chaos on display in Cleveland, it's that President Trump's theatrical scorched earth nihilism will pull down the curtain on his own chances of winning. The smoldering debris left by a political arsonist created one of the low moments of American electoral history and left all but the most fanatical Trump supporters more dispirited than ever about the state of our public life. This can hardly be helpful to an incumbent president. That's very helpful for Trump, trust me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is very helpful for Trump. It's not helpful for anyone else, but it's helpful for Trump, trust me. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Sparky! Megaphone's a great idea, but Evil Downs will bring 180 face down. Like they used on the Bernie crowd in 2016. Sparky wins the chat. You mean the noise, the white noise sound. Sparky. Sigma Nu UCLA. Haven't see you at the Coliseum next year. Sigma Nu. Hammond. Slovis is the man. He is the man. He's fantastic. I love Love Keaton Slovis. Love Keaton Slovis. Sigma Nu, thank you. Sigma Nu, thank you. He'll be one of the great Trojans of all time, I think. Sigma Nu, thank you so very, very much. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, Sigma Nu. But so listen to this. Sparky, that was awesome. Sigma Nu, thank you. This can hardly be helpful to an incumbent president. It was not a debate in any meaningful sense. Trump was utterly unconstrained in his interruptions, his obnoxious comments, his snide asides, his attacks on Biden's family, his relentless bullying, and ultimately his lack of humanity. His lack of humanity. Biden 100-to-1 sentencing disparities and helped destroy an actual country in Libya. Trump interrupted. And he was mean. Okay, this is the Democrats. You can literally destroy a nation and a country. But if you're mean, there's a lack of humanity. Watching this spectacle, viewers had to wonder if it would become known as the last debate. The last debate. Chillingly, he refused to condemn. He already condemned. He should have simply done that just to quiet, like, the left, who think that Trump speaks subliminally to all the racists on the planet, but Democrats definitely don't speak subliminally to people who literally disparage law enforcement all the time. And the far left, you talking about in Portland, Seattle, and Minneapolis, who do you think set those police buildings ablaze? It wasn't the crazies that Trump speaks subliminally to. And by the way, like, racism is horrible and is condemned by every sane person. What Democrats do, they're like, condemn you. Do you condemn the mistreatment of koala bears? Or do you condemn bad things? Do you condemn tornadoes? Do you condemn great white sharks eating people? Do you condemn lightning strikes? Do you condemn? Yeah, like, if you obviously, as a normal human being, condemn racism. And you condemn all bad things. Or you disavow, or you have nothing to do with them. Obviously, you don't want them. But they literally have to convince themselves that that Trump's words have incited people. But the left's words don't incite people. They use the same standard to judge Trump that they don't use against themselves. But here, Sigma Nu, thank you. Jane de Belleville. I was devastated and felt abjectly betrayed when Bernie. Thank God I was following at the time. Jane, thank you, Jane. Jane, thank you. Yeah, I think we felt the same emotions. Because now with this debate, I wanted retribution. Trump gives us retribution. They don't get it. They're so clueless. Jane, thank you so very much. Jane de Belleville, thank you so very much, Jane. I think we felt the same things. Vanch Agarwal. Vanch. Biden could not take a definitive position on any major issue. Supreme Court, law and order, and Green New Deal. That's a weak leader. Exactly. Vanch Agarwal, thank you. Exactly. That's my point. That's what I said on H.A. Goodman's other channel. That's exactly true. 100% right. You said it better than I could have, or better than I've said it, and you're 100% right. He didn't take a position. See, this is the thing. Simply, I mean, he did. He said that he opposed it. He said he opposed it, but that's the funny thing. He wouldn't take a position on packing the courts. That's exactly. And then he tried to sit on the fence. And he tried to say, well, it's kind of like Medicare for all. He kind of alluded to, parts of the Green New Deal. But see, the left wants all or nothing. And Biden isn't going to give them really anything. Vanch, thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Angela! Have you ever seen The Vicar of Dibley? One character says all the time, no. And you guys are asking him, is that no, or yes, no? Vicar of Dibley, thank you. Angela Goodwin, thank you. I'm trying to look this up. I haven't seen Sigma Nu. Thank you very, very much, Vicar of Dibley. Gosh, I haven't seen. No, that's a 1994 sitcom. Wow. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. The Groove. HA, I simply love your breakdown analysis each and every night. Take care, my friend. Greatly appreciated. The Groove. Thank you so very much for the kind words. They mean a great deal to me. The Groove, thank you. They mean a great deal to me. And I am very, very, very honored to be here with you, The Groove, and everybody here. Angela, everybody here, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. The Groove and everyone here. The moment, here we go again. This is nauseating, but also funny. Moment after moment, the only words that seemed appropriate were those of the celebrated rebuke that destroyed Senator Joe McCarthy's political power. Have you no decency, sir? These are the people who've made up and fabricated quotes and tried to do everything to destroy Trump. And he fights back, and they're like, have you no decency? We tried to set you up and frame you. We indicted everyone around you based on process crimes because we made up the fact that we made up a myth that said you worked with Russia. We have run stories in The Atlantic and other publications that were complete gossip and nonsense, not only unverified. We impeached you based on gossip and hearsay also. Have you no decency? You want to fight back and treat us in such a belligerent manner? Why would you do this? We've been so horrible to you, but we don't deserve this. It's like, no, Trump is going to give you everything you gave to him. That's exactly what Trump is about. Don't set him up and frame him, and he'll treat you nice. Actually talk to him like a human being. Because you have the White House press corps. Hey, Mr. President, are you going to apologize to the people you've lied to? You liar, you liar. Who does this? What president has ever had to deal with this? President Obama and Bush, each of them told more lies than Trump. If you analyzed and evaluated and eviscerated every single statement they've ever made. And with Trump, hyperbole is now a lie that you've never, it's the biggest, he can't even engage in a hyperbolic statement. The country was literally in one of its greatest economic runs, record low unemployment, record low Black and Latino unemployment, record highs in the stock market, manufacturing jobs, 300,000 manufacturing jobs were created as opposed to 300,000 lost. He was on pace to shatter President Obama's, actually to come close to President Obama's 8-year number in jobs in just 1 year. I would say like about 3 million less. And so he was actually in two terms he would have shattered President Obama's job creation numbers, and he still could. And they still said, Trump said it was the best economy ever. He's lying. He's a liar. The Groove, thank you. So let's just continue this because it's just a typical nonsense. They think so highly of themselves. They're the biggest scoundrels and like villains, and they're the most deceitful narcissists. And my prediction stands with Clinton because they can't possibly be that inept. Their only hope is to get close enough to cheat. Biden gets completely obliterated. Like, he doesn't get close enough to where cheating would even make sense. Because if they're down by 100,000 votes in 5 states, and they win all 5 states, then maybe there's something wrong. Maybe that people will say, they're cheating. Because they are cheaters. Ask Bernie Sanders. Actually, don't ask Bernie. He won't tell you that they're cheating. They're like, oh, cheating? No, Debbie Wasserman, great person. A fantastic individual. Can't tell you how great a human being she is. Fantastic. Evaluating the event in conventional political terms does not do justice to how far the evening fell beneath standards that were once widely embraced. You treated Trump in the most horrible manner possible. You set him up and framed him, impeached him on nonsense. He didn't even commit a crime. The man never even was accused of a crime in the Mueller probe or impeachment. They impeached him not on a legal statute. Bubba Bill, I was impeached on obstruction of justice and perjury. Can you believe what is? I mean, come on now. How can I have had relations when I'm talking to you? So obviously I am not having relations. That's the question you asked. I'm here right now talking to you. What is I having relations? No, I is not. So right now I'm here with you. Did I lie? That's exact. And then they got him on two. They got him on 2 legal statutes. Valor! Are you down for a one-on-one OTR talk sometime in the future? I don't know what OTR is. I'd like to bounce thoughts. Valor, I generally do. I'm not even doing interviews now. I'm doing one interview late November after President Trump wins. But feel free to email me at contactgoodman78@gmail.com. I don't ever do like phone conversations with anybody. I don't really even email people back generally, not because I'm like so exalted, just because, you know, I'm like doing a million things all the time. I actually prepare, even though it doesn't seem like I prepare for this channel and the other channel, actually Goodman's other channel. But Valor, thank you very much. Thank you, Valor. C. Farina, thank you so very much. C. Farina, thank you. C. Farina, so kind of you. Thank you so very, very much. Valor, I can't talk to anybody off the record. I never talk to anyone off the record or private or anything like that. But I appreciate Valor. Thank you. C. Farina, thank you so very, very, very much. C. Farina, thank you. Thank you so much, C. Farina, for your support yesterday, your support today, and it's just greatly appreciated. Thank you, C. Farina. Thank you. So let's just continue this. If Trump was executing a planned strategy, its goal was to use disruption to deny Biden's chance for a lofty performance that could have put the Democratic nominee on the road to a landslide. They are so consumed with the belief that America dislikes Trump as much as they do. They are in for such a rude awakening. 2016 is going to look like the best moment in Democratic Party history. They're going to lose to Trump because the momentum, the enthusiasm, and last night created enthusiasm. Last night created passion, enthusiasm, support for President Trump. The Democrats felt sorry for Biden. That's not enthusiasm. That's not enthusiasm. Here, even this person, there were moments early on when this seemed to be working to a degree at least, as Biden struggled to get his points through Trump's intrusions and schoolyard barbs. Biden was prepared to confront the president's arguments. He was not prepared, any more than audience or moderator Chris Wallace, for Trump's breathtaking violation of agreed-upon rules and norms of democratic discourse. Trump doesn't play. You try to set him up. You try to frame him. He's like Charles Bronson now. This is a Charles Bronson movie. This is like a Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson. It's like a Charles Bronson movie. He's coming to get you. He's coming. You wronged him. He's coming to get you. So don't expect Trump to beat Bernie Sanders. He ain't Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders like, thank you, may I have another? I'm sorry. What can I do to help? Trump does not play. Trump does not play. C. Farina, thank you so very much. C. Farina, thank you. Stony Stone. H.A. man. Goodman, man, 2024. Thanks for running way fast and waking so many on your journey. Just jumped on the other channel as well. Thank you, Stony Stone. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to build that channel, Stony Stone. I'm trying to build up that channel, so I do appreciate that very much. Stony Stone, you can't make this up news. Thank you. Thank you. C. Farina, thank you as always. Stony Stone, thank you for the kind words. Greatly appreciated. Sparky! MSM will deny even the most blatant cheating. Oh, I know. And that's the thing. Like, they wanted Trump to be like, this is the new and improved President Trump. But now, I won't make, well, it would have been Biden who would say that. But, I won't make youth inexperience. That was Reagan's line. But Biden would be more appropriate for Biden to say that. But Biden wouldn't think of that. Wouldn't be quick enough to think about something like that, or something like that. But like, they want Trump to be like, let's just, I disagree with you vehemently, Biden. I disagree with you vehemently, and let me explain why. Oh, did I speak 1 second over? I'll stop now. Oh, you're going to bring up the Atlantic article? You're going to bring up the lie and the hoax and the myth that I said both sides, like I meant the 1930s and 1940s Germans, the wannabe of those people? You're going to continue to lie and I'll take it? No, I don't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll actually break the rules. Maybe I don't know, turn into my orange self. Dr. Trumpy and Mr. Hyde, or Dr. whatever and Mr. Trump. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Trump. Anyway, you know the point. The point, it's like, Miss Rowe, hello. It's like they want Oh, Valor, I hope all is well. I hope all is well, Valor. I hope all is well. I think if this is, I'm not 100% sure if you are the same person that I'm thinking of, but Valor, I hope all is well. God bless you, and I hope you're doing well. I don't ever speak like on the phone or anything like that, but God bless you. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to think if it's the same person I remember. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but God bless you, and I hope all is well. Valor, thank you. Might be a gentleman from years back. Valor, thank you. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump gave exactly what Democrats and Biden deserve. Exactly what they deserve. But Biden was not baited into any consequential mistakes. Yes, he was. That might damage his image of steadiness. The last thing Biden is steady. He got stronger as the nightmare unfolded. No, he didn't. Clearly sensing the words of empathy and reason. What? Would reach viewers through the storm. No, the man is a career politician who did nothing for himself that night. At one point, he did refer to Trump as a clown. That annoyed me. But then clown seemed appropriate, almost civilized. No, Biden is the clown. Biden is the career politician who's accomplished nothing but negative things. The crime bill, Libya, voting alongside Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld. I love the liberals and the leftists. I love the people on the left who say, oh, yeah, Bush. I was opposed to his foreign policy. Well, then why are you voting alongside the Lincoln Project, genius? Huh? Einstein? Huh, genius? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that the Lincoln Project and Bernie Sanders are voting for the same political side. That means that political side is completely dysfunctional. You can't have a left where the neoconservative interventionists and regime change militarists are voting for the left-leaning political party. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way, ever. It's never worked that way. It's never worked that way. So, the one thing Trump did not look like was a president. See, this is the thing. They have not gotten over the fact that Trump has a personality, and they're used to president. We're going to engage in a military intervention in Libya. Oops, that was my biggest mistake. Gosh, that crime bill was a mistake. These human lives have been ruined by decisions from establishment Democrats and establishment Republicans. Far more often and in a more egregious manner than anything Trump has ever done. And then all we hear now is, this man isn't no decency to this man. It's like the people who are disparaging Trump are the most vile, insidious people. Because they're totally fine with actual countries being obliterated. Totally fine with it. As long as you're... Just like the Vice article. Will Clinton engage in a regime change? You bet, absolutely. But will she possibly raise the minimum wage? You're going to compare raising the minimum wage to a regime change? Where, the entire country descends into chaos? And now you have human beings being bought and sold? Are you kidding me? But see, again, if that's your vantage point, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to say you're immoral, even though I think that's immoral. But that's not my style. That's the left's style. Here, Wallace's helplessness was symptomatic of the extraordinary and systemic damage Trump is inflicting on our institutions. God bless Trump. Continue with the systemic damage, Trump. Continue. You will change this country for the better. You won't have the people setting up incoming presidents and framing them because of Facebook ads and these absurd, nonsensical, irrational, warped theories fabricated by intelligence operatives and then filtered through progressive publications and left-leaning publications. They were like, that report from the ODNI John Ratcliffe is just like if Comey went public with the Steele dossier. Yeah, Comey did go public with the Steele dossier. Where have you been, Democrats? He did go public through 2 publications, one of which was taken to court over it, and the only reason they got out of it was they said, it was an official investigation. So then the court sided with the fact that the government just set up and framed Trump, so the heck with it. In 1984, Trump is like the Genghis Khan of debaters. He is. Angela! We have a falconry meeting in the mountains. Nice. And a gal who does not have a clue put a warning out. Is this the Green New Deal? Nice. Angela Goodwin, thank you. Angela Goodwin, thank you. What I like about Trump is that he fights back. The intelligence services, whether it was Comey or Brennan or Clapper, had no business being anywhere near politics. These people were in the shadows always. They should remain in the shadows always. It shouldn't be part. And the only reason Democrats see, look at John Radcliffe. Now they don't want anything to do with the ODNI. Now they want nothing to do with the Director of National Intelligence. When it was Clapper, we don't have any evidence, but we think very strongly that probably Trump is a Russian Putin puppet, racist puppet, Russian operative, Putin Moscow hotel room, shower, golden dossier, Facebook ads. We really feel this is a possibility that should be investigated for 4 years. Oh, Clapper, you're so wonderful, Clapper. Oh, we love you. Oh, can you please be on MSNBC and CNN every night? Oh, you're so fantastic. And then John Radcliffe is like, yeah, we came out with, actually, this is not Russian disinformation. It was Clinton. Clinton came out and started everything. This is a travesty. This is a travesty, my God. My God almighty. Vanch, thank you. Vanch Agarwal, thank you. Thank you. Trump gives them a taste of their own medicine. They can't stand it. Trump destroys everything he touches, except peace deals between Israel, UAE, and Bahrain, Serbia and Kosovo, being the first president to step foot in North Korea, the First Step Act, making it permanent, $250+ million funding to historically black colleges and universities. Thank God. It should be $1 billion, but President Obama didn't make it permanent. Bush didn't make it permanent, but Trump did. You know, the person who speaks to racists with homing beacons, and they're like, when Trump speaks, they're bigots. They get a little zap in their brain. Yep. Oh, Trump spoke to us. Now we must commit atrocities. But the left, oh my God. Oh, no, it's nothing to do with us. Portland, Seattle, Minneapolis, nothing to do with the left. I mean, you can't pin it on us. No. Trump destroys. They're so hyperbolic. How about Biden destroys everything he touches? That's actually a lot more accurate. From the crime bill to Libya, look what he did to Tara Reid. Thank God he didn't destroy her. God bless her. But he is a slime ball. Like, Trump is far more of a moral, just human being than Biden ever was. Trump didn't write the crime bill. He signed the First Step Act. Trump didn't destroy Libya like Biden and Clinton and President Obama. He's getting Americans away from that region of the world. So, spare me with the apoplectic nonsense. When they lose again, it will be just so beautiful. If they're expecting people, I mean, that's why Clinton will replace Biden. I don't care if it's like a day before. I'm going to tell you this. If they're expecting people to go out in droves to vote for Biden, they're expecting only one thing, that there's enough people out there who would vote for anything or anyone aside from Trump, and that's not the case. You have to give people a reason to vote for somebody. You can't say this is just an alternative. You have to say this is why you should vote for this person. And he lost the left last night. One of Trump's strategies was to get him to lose the left. And he lost the left. Because the same people who think that Trump is speaking to supremacists are the same people also, sometimes, or in many cases, who say that Biden, his policies actually... See, Biden's policies hurt people of color. Trump's words apparently hurt people, which has yet to be proven by anyone. Biden's actual policies, from the crime bill to Libya to Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld, I mean, 100 to 1 sentencing disparities, and Trump is the bigot, but Biden is the good person. Give me a break. And then Kamala Harris literally, her prosecutors put people in prison who were unjustly incarcerated, and then it's like, oh, Timberlands, oh, look, Chuck Taylor's, oh, this is so fantastic. The left is like, Democrats are like completely delusional. They're completely delusional. And they don't care about, like, they just simply don't care about the biggest issues. They care about image. Trump is fantastic because he actually, like, he will get more African American support, more Latino support, more Asian American support, more support from every voting group that Democrats desperately need. Biden is doing worse among Black and Latino voters than Clinton was. And suddenly he's going to win in a landslide and Trump is doing better. And then they make up for it by saying, well, Trump is losing support among his base. No, he's not. Everywhere he goes, there's like a flotilla for Trump. You couldn't even get floating seaweed for Biden. You couldn't even get like drifting plywood for Biden. You can't even fit a phone booth with supporters. That's why, like, we're being really safe because we don't want, we're just really safe, No, nobody would even spend like 25 cents to hear Biden speak for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever. And then it sees Punxsutawney Phil and he sees his shadow and he goes back into his basement. And then he kept on, it's like all Biden said was, hey, your bunker, man. Cheat it no more as the world burns, the Dems' latest soap opera. They're so meek and pure. Exactly. Cheat it no more. Exactly. Tammy car parade with 9 cars. Yeah, and like they're all government cars. Cheat it no more. Exactly. Angela Goodwin. Just think about what happened. Oh my God. Yeah, that's there's some really unfortunate things going on there. Angela Goodwin, thank you. Angela Goodwin, thank you. They're so clueless, and it's like he opposes Biden. I can't stress this enough. Biden opposes Medicare for all. He's literally telling you he would veto it. He opposed it last night at the debate. What do you get? Democrats, the Medicare for all people, still vote for Biden. It's better than Trump, Biden's going to win, No, he's not. Biden's not winning anything. Trump is going 8 years, and Clinton will replace Biden because they can't possibly be that inept and incompetent. Biden has zero enthusiasm. Zero. He's against packing the courts. Then left, we got to pack the courts, man. With what? 500 liberal judges? You're just going to pack the courts with? How many judges are you going to pack the courts with? What a silly, sad, pathetic, absurd idea. You lost the election because you cheated Bernie Sanders and elevated President Trump, and now you played, it was your own rules. Harry Reid changed the rules. And you made it easier for Mitch McConnell. Simple vote. And you lost the Senate in the midterms. I thought there was this big blue wave. One person got like 30,000 views trying to diss me on, oh yeah, H.A. Goodman meltdown. I said during that segment, I said, at least I got the Senate right. And we increased our lead in the Senate. That was the most important thing. Is it not the most important thing? We have 3 Supreme Court judges now who will protect the Second Amendment. And then on my website, I'll have my videos showing my love and admiration for the Second Amendment. That's what happens when you get a death threat. You protect yourself with the Second Amendment. Donald Trump destroys everything he touches. From the hopes of the innocent victims of his Trump University scam. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Clinton Foundation in Haiti. You're right. There's no doubt. The people of Haiti had $10 billion raised for them. And again, the left is like, no big deal. Only 3%. And I interviewed an amazing journalist, Daddy Cherry. She was a Haitian-born journalist. And she said only 3%. of the $10 billion raised from Clinton Foundation affiliates. Where'd that money go? Oh, you know what? Democrats can't prove anything. The Democrats will go down the next election, and you'll hear, you can't prove anything, as they lose again. He has left the country in a shambles with his handling of the pandemic. No, Democratic governors, and he explained that, New York and New Jersey. And I've been explaining that. Look at the New York Times, the aggregate number of lives lost. It's all in blue. Most of the lives lost, or over half, well over half, are in about 9 to 10 blue states. In the entire, we have 50 states. And on Tuesday, he showed that if he cannot prevail, he's prepared to shatter our democracy. Blah, blah. What syrupy, nauseating, Barforama-type nonsense. He's going to shatter our democracy as he wins the Electoral College. How can you shatter our democracy if you win the Electoral College? Because don't blame it on Putin now. You know you had to win the Electoral College, Democrats. So don't blame it on Putin this time. Loud citizen. Biden is the busted ketchup packet. Loud citizen. Thank you. Thank you, Eric H526. Thank you. Luke St. Martin. Thank you. Loud citizen. Thank you. November 3rd. You have to be here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. And on H.A. Goodman's other channel. I'm ramping that up. I mean, honestly, it's going to be therapeutic for me as well. Just to be able to speak to everybody here. We have 1,000 viewers tonight. We had 2,000 last night. Loud citizen, thank you. He's going to shatter our democracy. But, well, what if he wins the electoral? He's going to shatter our democracy. But if he wins the he's going to shatter our democracy. You quiet and keep your mouth shut. He's ruining our institutions. But he made $255 million permanent to historically black colleges and universities. He's shattering our institutions! But he didn't work with Russia. He worked with Putin. Everybody smart knows this. Biden had 100-to-1 sentencing disparities that he was a part of with the crime bill. He literally wrote that to where it led to 100-to-1 sentencing. People of color and people in communities across the country had to deal with a 100-to-1 sentencing disparity for the same narcotic, essentially the same narcotic. So 100-to-1, the one being people that look like Biden. And Trump is the bigot Trump. The bigots. He speaks to people with chips in their brain. He's gonna ruin our democracy. Sorry. Really terribly. Maybe you can find another democracy to go to. It's gonna ruin our democracy. Sorry, the Democratic Party is the antithesis of democracy. Ask Bernie Sanders. Actually, don't. Don't ask me. Everything's fine. I let bygones be bygones. So what? Yeah, $200 million, and I got a small favor to ask of you in 2020. Give me some money. I give it to Biden, and then Madam Secretary Jaws, the dorsal fin. It ain't flipper. I heard that from somebody. Give me $1. Small favor to ask of you. You really, Bernie? What? Because it's 2020 now. What did you do with the $200 million? A small favor to ask of you. Quiet down now, young one, little ones, young people. Quiet down. I got a small favor to ask. You got $1? Came to give it to Biden, and Biden will give it to Madam Secretary eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. I'm running out of steam. Be here. Be here. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Definitely check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. I'm ramping that channel up, people. I did 2 videos today on H.A. Goodman's other channel. Subscribe to it. Sigma Nu UCLA! The Dems want to dismantle liberal democratic system, pack the court, exactly, eliminate electoral college, in-person voting, eliminate filibuster. Yeah, that's... And then they're going to be upset that they eliminated the filibuster, all for complete power. Exactly, because they can't win based on how our democracy has functioned for hundreds of years. Exactly. Sigma Nu UCLA, exactly. Hyperion, hello. Exactly. Oh, H.A. Goodman's other channel is just basically another version of me, perhaps more raw and even wackier. The link is below. It should be below. Sigma Nu UCLA, thank you. Donald Trump destroys everything he touches. From the hopes of the innocent victims of his Trump University scam. Oh my God. To his own businesses. I mean, have you stayed in one of Trump's hotels? Oh my God. He has left the country a shambles. I remember when I used to watch The Apprentice and break out in hives. I mean, everything he does is almost like Satan is part of it. It's satanic. He left the country a shambles in his handling of the pandemic. Yes, and Murphy and Cuomo are just fantastic. They did a great job. Unfortunately, Democrats ran their states into the ground on many fronts. And on Tuesday, he showed that if he cannot prevail, he's prepared to shatter our democracy. Oh, my God. I did a shatter our democracy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. Hyperion, hello. Thank you. See you tomorrow, everyone. Be here at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. for more shattering of our democracy. I love when the same people who cheated Bernie Sanders, don't bring that up, talk about shattering democracy. They cheated him also in Iowa again, so in 2020. Give me your thoughts below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Thanks, everybody. Sigma Nu, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Eric, H526, Luke St. Martin, thank you so very much. I'll see you, everyone, 9 p.m. Be here. Tell your friends also. Let's get this to like 2,000, 3,000 long before. Well, it's only a month before, but let's get this rolling to where we already have 2,000 last night, 1,000 tonight. Let's do the same tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. Tell your friends about the best late evening live stream in all of YouTube. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.